Elon Musk's 5-future plan, the golden era of Elon Musk. Yes, we can absolutely call it that way. Elon Musk has shown his blueprint that no one agreed on it and took it as sort of the geek's Frank. And nowadays, he's proving his blueprint into the actual present and also building up the future. Do you guys know the word the moonshotthinking? Which is an approach to innovation and also a sort of the mindset inspired by Google X. And that is targeting at least 10 times improvements. It brings radical innovative solutions to reality. The point is not on how much inflated proof is, but on the mindset. Moonshot thinking is to be unafraid of the impossible and make it happen. Yes, that's it. Elon Musk is the original model of the moonshot thinking. Then, what kind of future Elon Musk is dreaming of? What is the future that he wants to build up? To find the answer to it, we should have to trace back to his childhood stories and his comments on the future so far. I will parse it into 5 points, and then let's name the title. Elon Musk's 5-future plan, the Internet, multiplanetary universe, CRISPR tech, sustainable energy, and the AI. Super Tesla. Tesla's market capitalization has been around $300 billion. Wow! It becomes impossible to talk about the automobile market not only limited to the electric car domain. In 10 years, Tesla has gone from the public market newbie to the most valuable and the best automaker in the world by market value. 1.5 years ago, many people doubted the actual value and profit of the Tesla. But Elon Musk proved us he's not the rainbow chaser. Tesla's stock rally has made it bigger than many behemoths of American industry. Its latest earnings report paved the way for it to clinch another major milestone, inclusion in the S&P 500. So the Wall Street Journal commented that in this interesting way. Tesla knocked on S&P 500's door. Tesla's share got a jolt as the electric car company delivers a surprising profit, making it eligible for the index. No doubt, Elon Musk is not the ideal dreamer anymore, but he's acknowledged as an innovational icon who led the entire market trend. Let's name the legend that Elon Musk is building up. Tesla, which is the hottest in these days, the company specializes in electric vehicle manufacturing, sustainable batteries, and also now lead the autopilot autonomous driving. SolarCity, which is a subsidiary of the Tesla, specializes in the most sustainable solar energy service. SpaceX is an American aerospace manufacturer and space transportation service company. They become the first private company to launch the human into the orbit, crewdragon. The openai, which is a non-profit AI research and development company, their mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity, only for the good ways. And the NEURALINK is the neurotechnology company that is developing implantable brain-machine interface. He's now the absolute pioneer who leads the future. Then here's the radical question. When exactly does Elon Musk devise this grand, wide business portfolio? Where and when does the legend start? Last February, Musk showed up in the interview with a third-world Tesla and showed us the future that he has dreamed of starting from his undergraduate period in the early 90s and also his childhood. Elon Musk entails the 5 technologies that will entirely flip over the world, and also that is exactly Musk has built up. Elon Musk believed 5 key things would impact the world. Let's get into it. At first, the Internet. When Elon Musk was an undergraduate student, that time was the starting age of the Internet. In the 90s, the Internet was nascent. It was limited only to the people or organizations who do the military secret work or missions. So when he majored in physics at UPenn during 1991, the Internet was only allowed to use while in the class session. But when he attended Stanford University for the PhD, the situation rapidly changed. December 1994, Netscape developed a web browser and millions of people started to gather around the web service, the Internet. That is the starting moment of the golden age of .com. Musk found out that this is a chance and he decided to grab that vivid opportunity. Musk stopped his schooling in the lab or classroom and started up his very first company, Jeep2, which was the internet map software. Elon Musk believed the internet would fundamentally change humanity. He said on a podcast, "I would not regard this as a profound insight rather than an obvious one." Musk said, "The way information used to work was by diffusion. One human would have to call another human or write them in a letter. That was extremely slow diffusion. And if you wanted to access to books and you did not have the library, you don't have it. That's it. Now you have access to all books instantly and you can be in a remote mountaintop location and have access to all of humanity's information if you got a link to the internet. Now suddenly, human organisms anywhere would have access to all of the information instantly, thanks to the internet." The second, multiplanetary life, featured by the SpaceX. Musk believed making life multiplanetary and making consciousness multiplanetary would change the world. As a child, Musk was influenced by the variety of science fiction books and he believed that he would one day build a spaceship to extend the human species' reach. Musk previously said that the 7-book foundation science fiction series by scientist and the author Isaac Asimov, for example, was fundamental to the creation of his aerospace company, SpaceX. On May 30th, SpaceX successfully launched 2 NASA astronauts into orbit for the very first time. And yesterday, August 2nd, that crewdragon finally splashed down after 2 months in orbit. It is a milestone for human spaceflight and got Musk one step closer to achieving his Mars ambitions. And another thrilling news, July 30th, NASA's Perseverance rover leaves Earthbound for Mars. They made it the Mars 2020. Bon voyage! In the 2017 interview with the Rolling Stones, Elon Musk said that the lesson I drew from the Foundation saga is you should try to set up the actions that are likely to prolong the civilization, minimize the probability of the Dark Age, and reduce the length of the Dark Age if there is on. Musk's love and the books and the lessons that he took from them inspired him to create a clear energy technology or build a spaceship to extend the human species' reach in the future. As a result, Musk started up the SpaceX and SolarCity. The third, changing human genetics, gene editing technology, CRISPR. This is the only business area that Elon Musk is not working on. Yet, this is also the future technology that will impact the world. Just as a character in the 1997 movie Gattaca undergoes genetic engineering to pursue his dream to space travel, according to Musk, when he was younger, he believed being able to change human genetics could change the world. And it is happening today with a technology like CRISPR, Musk said on the podcast. CRISPR is one of the gene editing technology and stands for clustered regularly interspaced short palindromic repeats. It will become normal, I think, to change the human genome for getting rid of the disease or propensity of various diseases, he said. That is going to be like the first thing you'd want to be headed out. If you've got a situation where you got definitely going to die of some cancer at age 55, you'd prefer to have that added out. There is a Gattaca sort of the extreme thing where it is not really added out, but it is added in for various enhancements and that kind of thing, he said. Which probably will come too. I'm not arguing for or against it, Musk said. I'm just saying that it is more likely to come than not just down the road. Elon Musk is not talking about ethical controversies, but he knew that that kind of future is coming. The fourth, sustainable energy, featured by the SolarCity and the Tesla. As a teenager, Musk felt a personal obligation for the fate of the mankind and felt inspired to create cleaner energy technology one day, according to the book Elon Musk. So he believes that sustainable energy would change the future. In 2013, Elon Musk took the TED stage and told us more. First, he talked about the genesis of the Tesla and SolarCity. His realization while still at university that the development of the sustainable energy system is critical to the ongoing existence of humanity, and therefore a problem worth tackling. Tesla came out from his endless questions to create a real energy-efficient car. And SolarCity birthed in the same way, which is the company harnessing the power of the giant fusion generator in the sky, the sun. Sustainability actually was something that I thought was important before the environmental implications became as obvious as they are, he said on the podcast. If you mine and burn hydrocarbons, which are the compounds that form the basis of natural gas, oil, and coal, then you're going to run out of them. It's not like mining metals. We'll never run out of metals, but we will run out of hydrocarbons. In 2004, Musk invested in and became the co-founder of the electric car company Tesla. He became CEO in 2008. Tesla became the world's most valuable automaker when the electric vehicle company's market capitalization surpassed the Toyota for the very first time. The fifth, artificial intelligence AI, featured by the NEURALINK and openai. AI is really a major one too. Musk said on the podcast, he picked AI as a future, but this is a really different approach from the other categories. He focused heavily on the risk rather than the possibility, and has been sounding the alarm on AI for years. In 2019, Elon Musk said computers will surpass us in every way, including scary things like job disruption from robots or even potential AI race that leads to a third world war. AI is capable of vastly more than almost anyone knows, and the rate of the improvement is exponential. In 2015, Elon Musk helped launch an AI nonprofit lab called OpenAI, which aimed to help AI development by open sourcing information, preventing it from monopolizing to a few tech companies. Musk also founded machine intelligence venture Neuralink because he believes humans must merge with the AI to avoid becoming irrelevant. We do want a close coupling between collective human intelligence and digital intelligence, he said at the conference. And Neuralink is trying to help in that regard by trying to create a high-bandwidth interface between AI and the human brain. The Internet, multiplanetary life, editing human genetics, sustainable energy, and the AI. These are the 5 key things that the young Elon Musk dreamed of. Ascending into 2020, we are much familiar with these high advanced technologies, but it was not in the 90s. During around 30 years, everything is really different. At then, the internet was not common, and of course, there weren't smartphones. VR, AR, AI, cloud computing, CRISPR, there was nothing like that. And we have never dreamed that we can reach to Mars. That only happens in the fancy science fictions, but it is no longer in the fiction category. It takes only 30 years to this amazing world, and the speed of shifting is now accelerating. Then what kind of world after 10 years or 5 years? What kind of the future that tomorrow will be? Thank you so much for watching my video, and please subscribe to my channel and show your thumbs up. And I will hop around the world and bring lots of thousands of funny stories to you. Let's hop around together. Thank you, and see you again!